person with a gossiping tongue. Yep, a person with a gossiping tongue will definitely bring you drama. And a person with a gossiping tongue is a person who loves to gossip, who lives to gossip, and who brings gossip wherever they go. Let's start with loves to gossip. This is a person who actually gets enjoyment out of gossip. If you think about something you love to do, whether you love to watch TV, love to read a good book, love to spend time with friends, well, the person who has a gossiping tongue loves to dish the dirt and find the dirt on other people. This is just what they do. It's not personal. It's part of what they do. But not only do they love to gossip, they live to gossip. This is a person who has a lot of time on their hands. They don't have enough hobbies or enough to do with their free time. So the way that they utilize their free time is by dishing the dirt on who's sleeping with who fell off, who's on drugs, who's in rehab, whose wife left them, whose husband left them, what somebody else's sexual preferences, and just stuff that has nothing to do with you. So be mindful of that. But not only do they love to gossip and live to gossip, they bring the gossip wherever they go. I don't care if it's a wedding, a funeral, a graduation, a baby shower, on the job, it doesn't matter. Whatever the occasion, they will find somebody to sit next to who they could burn their ear off and dish the dirt on all the people that they know. So you want to be mindful of people with a gossiping tongue. And one of the most effective ways to deal with a person with a gossiping tongue is to shut down the gossip from the gate. You can simply say, well, why are you sharing this with me? I don't know them personally. Or why are you sharing that information with me about so-and-so? That's really not my business. It's not about being mean. It's about being clear that you don't want to engage in gossip. The second type of person who will bring you drama is a person who's extremely pushy and does not respect your boundaries. This is the person who constantly asks you for money and treats you like you're an ATM machine. And not only do they ask you for money, but they never pay you back. And they know they owe you money, and then they still keep asking you for more and more and more. So this is a person who doesn't respect your financial boundaries because you haven't set them in place, and who's extremely pushy. Or it could be that neighbor who's constantly knocking on your door, and you want to be a good neighbor. You don't mind sharing eggs. You don't mind giving them some milk or some sugar. However, this is the person who will knock at your door at an ungodly hour, invite themselves over for a drink or coffee, and you have something else you want to do, or you're just relaxing, or you need your rest. But because you're uncomfortable saying no, you find that you will allow this pushy person who doesn't respect your boundaries to push their way into your life. Best way to deal with pushy people who don't respect your boundaries is to set clear boundaries from the gate. It is okay when they knock on your door and they invite themselves for coffee or tea if it is not a good time for you to say through the crack of your door, because that sets a clear boundary, or opening the door halfway, I'm sorry, but this is not a good time for me. Do not over-explain. Don't justify. When I am available, I'll reach out to you, but this is not a good time. Don't get into what you're doing and how you're doing it. This is not a good time. It's not about being cold. It's about setting boundaries with very pushy people. Now, mind you, if this is friends and family and you're okay with it, that's one thing. But we're talking about instances where you are not okay with a person being extremely pushy towards you. Third type of person who brings drama into your life are people who spend a lot of time on the phone without a purpose to their conversation. Now, this may surprise you, but believe it or not, you can get caught up in drama when you spend too much time on the phone without a purpose. And I believe that you should have a purpose to your conversation. So the purpose could be encouragement. Hey, I just called to check in on you, see how you're doing. I just want to let you know I was thinking about you. You're on my mind. You're encouraging them. You're checking in with them. You want to make sure that they're okay. That's about encouragement and support. It could also be about brainstorming. That's a purpose to your conversation. Perhaps this is somebody that, has their own business. You have your own business, or you both have dreams and goals, and you brainstorm about ways to get there. It could also be just about bonding. Think about an intimate relationship when you first get to know each other and you're on the phone and you hang up first. No, you hang up first. No, you hang up first. That's about bonding and intimacy. Or it could be prayer and upliftment. Maybe there's somebody that goes to your church, your mosque, your synagogue, and you call each other to share scripture or to uplift one another in prayer and spiritual discussion. So that's different. But when you spend a lot of time on the phone without a purpose to your conversation, the conversation can easily venture off into gossip and stuff that has nothing to do with you. Think about it. How many times have you been in a situation when you were on the phone with someone, and I'm talking about a lengthy conversation, an hour or more, and before you know it, that person is dishing the dirt on somebody else, and it always starts off, like, girl, I really feel so bad for Larry. Let me tell you what Larry is going through. And Larry's business is none of your business. And before you know it, you were caught up in Larry's business. The best way to deal with people who spend too much time on the phone to burn your ear without a clear purpose to their conversation is you should be purposeful. You don't have to be cold or mean, but you should be purposeful. And when the conversation ventures off into gossip, you can nicely and politely begin to bring the conversation to a close. Well, girl, it was real nice talking to you, but I got some things I need to take care of. We'll check in, catch up soon. Simple. The fourth type of person who brings you drama are people who are hating on you on the low. Here's why. When a person is secretly jealous of you or they resent you, a lot of times you might not know this, so you find that you're sharing personal information. You've let them into your home. You've let them into your inner circle, your inner world, and they know a lot of stuff about you. And then you find that they're using that stuff against you because they never liked you in the first place. And there's no way that you can avoid betrayal because betrayal is part of life. But one of the ways that you can minimize betrayal is just to watch how people treat other people, because that usually gives you an indication of their character. Watch how they handle your blessings, your success, and your good news. Are they happy for you when you share that you've got that promotion or you're engaged? Or is there a long pause and they're poking holes in your story of happiness to try to bring you down? Because that gives you an indication that there's some haterism going on, and you may have to put some distance between you and that person so that you're not caught up in some sort of drama that has nothing to do with you. And then the fifth and last type of person who brings you drama are people who are emotionally out of control, people who are just emotionally unstable. If a person can't temper their own emotions, they can get you caught up into drama. So this is the girlfriend, for those of you that you go to the club, and the two of you were sitting there, you were enjoying yourself. Some girl gives her a dirty look. She gives her a dirty look back. Before you know it, there's an exchange of words and the fight is about to jump off because this particular girlfriend has no sense of emotional control. She's allowing a person who is a non-factor into her life to cause her to come out of character and possibly get herself arrested and get you caught up in some foolishness that has nothing to do with you. So there you have it. Those are the 5 types of people who will bring you drama.